So if there was just one thing you needed to give up, let go of, get rid of, to become more successful, what might that be? Now, I'm probably going to surprise you with this one, but actually it is fundamentally crucial that you give this one thing up. Now, where did I learn this from is interesting. I learned it from one of my favourite people that have ever walked planet Earth, and that is Mr. Einstein himself. And he was just a classical person that was able to do this one thing. And of course it got him, you know, international fame and fortune to a degree, but also, you know, had his share of ups and downs in his life. But really this fundamental element of what he suggests we need to do to become more successful is it's mind-blowing. Okay, so are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Now, this is the Tony Vee version. I don't know the exact words. You can look it up on Google, you'll see the exact words. But the essence of what he says is, like, imagine there were sort of steps to success. Yeah, and we're looking to go up the ladder. What he's saying is that effectively the thinking that created you to get to this point, he actually says the thinking that is going to solve the problem is got to be different from the thinking that created it. But if you turn that into the success thing, you're going, right, if I'm looking to go up the steps of success, to go on to the next step from where I currently am, I need to think differently to the way I've thought to get me to this step. So what most people do without knowing this is what they're doing, they're trying to force their way up the steps, but with their current thinking system. I met a guy once and I said to him, you know, what do you do? You know, I had breakfast with this guy, I didn't really know him. And I said, what do you do? And he said, well, I'm into property, yeah. I've got lots of properties in Spain, funnily enough, yeah. And so I said, oh, how'd you get started in that? He said, well, you know, I started off by having just the one house, which I went on holiday, thought, you know, it'd be nice to have a property here, and I bought myself an apartment, yeah, so that we could have holidays and stuff like that. And then when I was there one day, I met this guy and I was chatting to him, and he said, you know, why don't you do some property investment? Because, you know, it's a great way of making a living. And this sort of conversation broke out. And he said, so the guy said to him, look, I don't know anything about property development. Could you, you know, teach me? Like, how many properties have you got? He said, I've got 10. Right, okay, could you teach me how to get 10 properties? Because I don't think like a property developer. I bought one property, but to have 10 properties is a step up. So he realised, you know, that he needed to think somewhat like the other guy, yeah? So anyway, the guy taught him how to get 10 properties, and over a couple of 3 years, he managed to achieve this. So then he said to the guy one day, so he said, look, this is like amazing, you know, I'd like to get myself to 25 properties. And the guy said to him something that was very profound. He said, well, I can't tell you how to get 25 because I've only ever got to 10. You need to find somebody that's already got 25. And lo and behold, he did. And then he found someone that had 100. But what was so important was the thinking that he needed to get 25 was different. Thinking and obviously the strategy to get to 25 was different than what it got to 10, and the thinking to get into 100 was different to what was, you know, 10 and then 25, yeah? So if we are going to become more successful than we currently are, so wherever you are, you've got whatever success you've got, then actually we've got to think about changing our thinking process, the way we think, what we think about, and that sort of stuff. So that's it really. It's a nice simple one. The very one thing that we need to do is to literally look at the way we think and go, right, I need to think in a new, more empowered way to get me to the next step. So that's it from me, Tony Vee at the 10-10 Movement. If you haven't already pressed the subscribe button, please go ahead and do that now. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell so that you get a notification of our videos, which we do 2 a week. My amazing wife Nikki Vee does one a week, and I do 1 a week as well. And yeah, work your way through. If you find some great videos, feel free to share them with your friends. You know, the platform's growing. And also, don't forget, if you haven't already done it, to hit the button if you're on the YouTube channel up in the top left hand corner and do the life check, the life score test, yeah, where you can find out what's your current score for your life. It's a very fascinating thing to do. So do press the button, have a go at that, and that releases a series of videos which helps you think differently to get each area of your life that may not be, firing on all cylinders to the next level. So until the next video, I'll see you then. Bye for now.